Well, the Coyotes coming off a close contest with Lethbridge Polytechnic, 58-44 over a week ago on Saturday the 14th. The boys coming out successful with the win. Now the boys are back in the Coyote Center on this doubleheader Sunday to take on another out-of-state contender, the Williston State College Tetons. Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to another electric game of Coyote basketball here at the Coyote Center. Hopefully you're watching the girls' game just minutes before this one on the Chandler Sports Network. I'm Matt McCurdy, and we are live for the second game in tonight's lineup as these two teams prepare to go head-to-head. Now, the Coyotes taking the win against Lethbridge. I just talked about that with a short roster and tremendous effort. They've been struggling with injuries all year. If you've been listening to any of the cast before, you know this well. Will Coates seen out of that match due to a lower body injury, of which we hope, and what I've heard, is he's recovered, or at least recovering, and he will be playing tonight. The Coyotes outscored the Kodiaks in both the first and second half with 31 in the first and 27 in the second half. Big moments from Javen Price with 15 points, 6 and 8 from the inside, 3 and 3 from the free throw, and really a tremendous leap in his game. We saw his ability to attack the rim, convert at the hoop with his lightning quick first step, which we had seen many a time, but wasn't necessarily able to hit the rim and really get that nice touch that we saw in that game. Now, Connor Aldridge made a happy return after an injury that put him out of the game versus Glendale. He injured himself in the match prior. And now returning with a 13-point game against Lethbridge, 5 of 15 from the field goal, 3 of 4 from the free throw. And then, of course, Carter Korab with 9 points, Ollie Hinder and Selah Thomas both with 6. Now, what I loved about this game was the hustle, the effort. They're down bodies, which they've been all season, right? At no point did they give up, and there were a couple times where they began to slip back into what we had seen against Glendale, just not really there energy-wise, not really hustling. And Coach Silsby pulled them back together to the bench, pulled the team back on track, and that's what a good coach does, and they made the win. The Kodiaks, this obviously was a much-needed win against the Kodiaks and after that game against Glendale. So Glendale, they played aggressive and really utilized their outside guards, shooters to take the lead. And Kenny White with 25 points that game. Chase Pavey, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Lamont Johnson having a huge game. And look, the Coyotes are playing with a limited bench. Let's just talk about that for a second. Lockie McCain out due to a lower body injury. Parker Larson out due to that torn ACL injury that he's recovering from now. Ty Cochran didn't even make it to the season with a lower body injury. Kobe Mott, speaking to him today, sounds like he will be returning in the games following in January. He won't be playing tonight, however. Ollie Hinder has recovered from an injury, but maybe still dealing with that. Connor Aldridge making a return last Saturday, and now we know Will Coates will also be playing tonight, so that'll be huge for the boys. But we all know these injuries make it extremely difficult in the third and fourth quarters. We've seen that as they've tried to really drill it home. That's really what these teams need in that fourth quarter, is to be able to drill it home. And they've struggled at times to have the energy to do so, especially on a team that comes out with such aggressive strength on defense and putting in that full court press. We've seen that really cripple the Coyotes at times. So that'll be a question we look for tonight as they play. What type of defense do the Tetons run? How aggressive do they come out against the Coyotes? Tonight, the boys play the Division I Tetons, currently 10-4 record, averaging 97 points per game, 52% from the field goal, 31 from the three-point line, and 68% from free throws. They're pulling about around 45% on rebounds. So the Tetons with 8 returning players from their 23-24 season. So quite a long roster. Will Olson, Tyson Engett, Freedom Leone, Ian Johnson, McKee Marks, Ayodeji Iwaro, Rex Sterling, and Benjamin Yombi. So 8 returning players, which we know that's a huge advantage. You've had time to work with your players. They've been on your bench a little bit longer. Maybe they were red shirts watching the culture and the style of game that you as a coach run. So for Coach Herman, this is his first season as head men's basketball coach. This will be it'll be interesting to see how he deals with these 8 returners and the new roster of players as well. during that season, that 23-24 season, they were 11-20 overall, averaging 78 points per game, 43 from the inside, 31 from the three, 70 from the free throw, and 40% from the rebound. So their numbers would say that they are an improved team from last season, and we will see that tonight when they take on the Coyotes. The Tetons took the win locally against South Mountain when they played them, 87-79, and then Phoenix College, who they played last night, 104-101, taking the win just like the girls did in those matchups as well. So Anthony Kanga with a game high of 41 points, 12 of 18 inside, 4 of 4 from the three, and 13 of 14 from free throws in that Phoenix matchup. So we'll keep our eyes on him as well. That's quite a high-scoring number for a game against Phoenix. Maximus Romero with 19 points, 7 of 11 from inside, 4 of 5 from the outside in that game as well. The real question now for the Coyotes, and I talked to the coaches, is do we have the strength, do we have the energy, and do we have the bodies to compete? They feel confident if they can hit the outside shot and really drill them home, they can compete with any team in this league. It's really about scoring, being effective on offense, and utilizing the energy and bodies they have to take the win. That's the question we're all wondering now, just seconds from the beginning of this second game in doubleheader Sunday here at the Coyotes Center. We'll take a quick pause for the national for starting lineup and get right into it. And now for the Tetons starting lineup. Number 1, Will Olson, 6'4" guard. Number 5, Tyson Engett, 5'8" guard. Number 11, Ian Johnson, the 6'4" guard. Some tall guys out here. Number 13, McKee Marks, 6'4" guard and forward. And number 25, Rex Sterling, the 6'8" forward. And now for your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes starting lineup. Number 5, Jabin Price. Number 21, Cohen Aldridge. Number 23, Connor Aldridge. Number 24, Will Coates. Number 40, Ollie Hinder. Now, as we said before, this game really comes down to, do the Coyotes have the bodies and can they score the points needed to play against the Tetons? You can tell the Tetons have a long bench. They got a lot of boys here tonight to compete, and that is something the Coyotes are in desperate need of, as they're hoping some of their injured players will return to the squad and be able to play later in conference. That will be that they're so desperately in need of, especially in January, where the season really starts to intensify and those games come into play. Coyotes rocking the white and teal home jersey, and the Tetons in the black and almost a speckled black and white. And Ollie Hinder will jump against number 25, Rex Sterling. Coyotes will win the jump. Jabin Price bringing the ball down. He'll use that quick step to his advantage over to Will Coates. Now Connor up at the top. Connor dishes down to Ollie. Ollie all alone up at the top. He'll hand off to Jabin. Jabin with a nice jumper, and jumper is good. Jabin coming out early. Rex Sterling with the long pass across court. Over to number 13, Marks. Marks drives in hard. Gets tripped up in in the drive, and that'll be Teton's ball on the inbound play. Up to number 11. He's battling out for the open shot. Falls short of the rim. And Will Coates on the ground battling it out. There'll be a jump ball, and the Tetons will remain control. Out to Marks. Marks up to Olsen. Olsen over to Engett. Engett with the spin and the extension. It's good. Engett using the full length of his body to get that one in the hoop. Hinder up at the top, facing off against Sterling, and Javen from way out. He'll shoot. It's good. Javen in the rhythm with 5 points. Cohen trying to make the stop. Helped out by Javen as he snags the steal. It's a 3-on-1. He'll try to cut the lane, force his way through, and gets the call. Javen Price with an impressive first minute in the first half. He'll go for the 3-point play. First one's up, it's no good. And we talked about Javen really coming into his game in that last match against Lethbridge, where it really felt like he drove in and started to find his touch at the rim, and it's good to see that's translated over in tonight's game. Up to Engett, he'll lose control of the handles, but Sterling pulls it back down. He'll drive through the lane, find his footing, and put it in. Javen spins over, hands off to Cohen. Cohen pulls it back out. Javen makes the recovery. Ball nearing the out of bounds. He'll try to find Hinder, but it's no good. Cohen back at the top. Looking for Will. He'll drive around and get stopped by Tyson Engett. Looks like it may have come off of Cohen's foot out of bounds. Hand off to Olsen. Engett at the top. He'll cut through the lane over to the corner, and Olsen will fire. Olsen way over the rim. And Cohen Aldridge will pick up his first foul as Olsen heads to the line. He'll drill the first.
Stop, please.
Second one's good. And he'll put away the third. Will Olsen won't make the three, but he'll get his points at the line. Javen over to Cohen. Cohen thought about it. He'll hit Connor in the bottom. Connor with the spin. He's trying to work his way up. A good look, but no good at the rim. And Will get his hand in the mix, but it'll go out of bounds. Bit of a back and forth between these two teams as they feel each other out and figure out the rhyme and rhythm of each other's team. Number 23, Yombi will go hard. He'll hit Sterling, and Sterling will go up for the bucket. All the way down low, he'll muscle. Tries to float up and over. It's no good. He's too far away. McDonald with the quick pass. He'll kick it back up to number 21, Eden Hobbs. And Yumby will drive strong and get the two. Connor out to Cohen in the corner. He'll swing. It's good. Cohen Aldridge with 3. Sterling up at the top. McDonald trying to find his way through. He'll do the spin move, reverse, and get the jumper. Ollie down low. One-on-one with Sterling. He'll pull up. Trying to drive in. 21 goes hard. Ollie Hinder with the block. And Carter Korab will check in for Ollie Hinder as Selah Thomas checks in for Cohen Aldridge. Up to number 3. And Yumby gets it down to Sterling. Sterling with the mismatch. He'll throw it long into the corner. He'll fire away. It's no good. That was Richard Massey with the 3 attempt. Javen Price bringing it down. He'll hit Connor Aldridge. Aldridge up at the top. Beats Korab. Looking for a pass. Connor, he thought about it. Trying to feed his way through. It's snagged by McDonald. McDonald, the one-on-one matchup. He'll try to take Selah. Connor tries to make the block, but McDonald will find the lane and get the open bucket. Tetons taking the 5-point lead now. Price over to Thomas. Thomas in the open. He finds Korab. Korab goes strong and he makes contact. He'll go to the line. That was a good look from Selah Thomas. Finds his way into the middle and feeds Carter Korab on the spin. And Carter's another one of those players, he'll miss the first, that's really come into his game as time has progressed. With Parker Larson unable to play this season, he's had to really step up as the second big man in the mix with Ollie Hinder. And in the passing games, we've seen his game, his aggressiveness down in the post really come out, and he'll miss the second. Tetons up at the top. Working up an offense. It's over to number 3, Massey. Massey looking for something to happen. Yumby goes strong down the baseline. He'll try to kick it out to the corner, but Will Coates will pick it up. And a long pass goes awry as the Tetons pick it back up. Number 24, Leon, Freedom Leon, try and make his mark in the paint. They'll kick it out to number 4. McDonald will shoot from long. In traffic, Javen Price gets tangled up. And that'll be a white ball. That'll be the Coyotes who will remain possession as Javen Price and Josiah McDonald get tangled up in a chase down for the ball. Selah gets it into Javen Price. Price trying to get an offense start. He'll hit Korab. Korab to Thomas. Thomas looking for the opening. He finds Price on the lane. It goes big. It's too short. And Price gets the contact for himself. He'll head to the free throw line. And both teams thus far scrapping to figure out who's going to be dominant in this first half. Javen Price heads to the line. It's good. Javen with 1. Javen now has 8. He'll shoot a second and roll that right over the top for the second. Coyotes defense working it around. Good in transition. Yombi gets off balance as he tries to splice down into the paint, and he'll throw it out of bounds. Cohen Aldridge back in the game. He'll pass it in bounds. Coming in for Selah Thomas. And Ollie Hinder in for Nolan Christensen. Hinder facing off against Freedom Leone. Crab. And that'll be a foul on number 12, Dimitri Kindle. Got his hands involved, reached in off the pass to Carter Korab. He'll get called for it. Now Javen will make the inbound play. Tetons 15, Coyotes 12. 13 minutes in the first half. And a foul called against number 4, Hosea McDonald. I apologize, that foul was against Ian Johnson. No one open, trying to make a play here. He gets into Cohen. Grab at the top. Trying to split the defense. Cohen from deep. It's no good. Off the rim. Yumby over to number 11, Ian Johnson. Johnson to McDonald. McDonald will fire. No good. A collision from the Coyotes as they go for the foul. But the Coyotes will pull it down, and Javen Price will bring it. Aldridge gets it stripped by Josiah McDonald. McDonald, an aggressive force out here. He'll spin, put him into the washing machine, and he'll go up strong to get the points. Korab cutting through, but gets pummeled by the defense. McDonald with the slick pass, trying to hit Leone on the up-and-coming. Aldridge to Javen. Javen, he'll go strong. And he'll get the call. McDonald flying out of nowhere to make that block. He'll paddle that ball right into the hoop, but some tremendous athleticism from Josiah McDonald, who's come out and taken over in these last few minutes. 6 points on the board for Josiah McDonald and a handful of steals to give the Coyotes, get the Tetons a bigger lead over the Coyotes. Javen Price, 9 points on the board, and Cohen Aldridge with 3. Other than that, pretty silent from the other teammates on the Coyotes bench. We'll take a brief timeout, and we'll be right back. Both teams coming out of their timeout and ready to take on the next half of this first half. Tetons 17, Coyotes 14. And Tegan Maloney checking into the game. Tetons kick it over. Sterling going big, going strong. Tries to get it up and over. Hinder with the hands. Maloney bringing it down. Stepping in for Javen Price. He finds the opening. He'll kick it over to Connor Aldridge. Aldridge over to Hinder. Hinder working Sterling. Sterling big buys him back so he can't go down. Aldridge back to Connor Aldridge. And Connor in the middle trying to fall Hinder. But Hinder on the misread. And Aldridge throws it out of bounds. Coyotes with the ball. Hinder to Maloney. Maloney to Coates. He'll try to hit Hinder on the turn, but it'll come off too strong. Out to Engit. Engit will fire away. It's too hard. Hinder pulls the rebound. A little bit of a back and forth between these two squads. No one really converting at the hoop. Aldridge up at the top. He'll hit Cohen. Cohen working back up to Maloney. Maloney finds Hinder. Hinder playing the center position. Hits Maloney at the 3. He'll fire. It's a miss off the back. And Connor will battle it out and throw it off the legs of number 11, Ian Johnson, to keep the ball in possession of the Coyotes. Good crowd on hand as the Coyotes and the Tetons show up for their fans show up for their team. Will Coates off the inbound, a little strong off the rim. Rebound by Sterling. And Engit will cut through, get tripped up. He'll find Sterling, number 11, Ian Johnson, and will float it over the top. It's no good. Sterling with the rebound, and he'll get the call. Rex Sterling misses the first. Rex Sterling, he's a sophomore forward, obviously, big boy. 20 points per game averaging. Typically hitting 64 from the inside, so definitely a force to be reckoned with. Looks like he'll be playing the primary post position tonight against the Coyotes, and he'll make the second. Five points for Rex Sterling. Connor up to Coates. Connor with the open, he'll fire. It's good. Connor Aldridge giving his team some life after a much-needed dry drought of points. And Will Olson will try to answer back. It's no good. He'll rim it out. Teagan up the top, hits Hinder. Hinder looking for the opening. He'll hand it off to Coates. He'll fake it. He'll find Connor. Connor will fire again. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Connor with another three. And Connor filling up the score box now with 6. And Ollie Hinder will get the call. Looks like on the reach-in, trying to make the snag. And Carter Korab will take the place of Ollie Hinder on the court. And get looking to pass it in. He'll find Sterling. Sterling working Korab. A bit of a rush and bowl, but he'll find his way into the hoop and put it away. Korab at the top. He'll make the handoff. Connor with another attempt. It's good. Bang! Connor with another three. And we've seen this from Connor Aldridge. When he gets hot, there's not much that can stop him from that outside range. Will Olson tries to answer back. He will. Will Olson with 3. Connor hitting Korab. Will try to make a mark of his own, and he'll splash from beyond the arc. Will Coates putting some points on his name tonight with a deep 3. Tetons will call a timeout as the Coyotes take the lead 26-23 after a dry spell that left us wondering if they were going to make a comeback. They'll go to a timeout. We'll be right back after this. All boys back out on the court for the rest of this second half. 8 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock with the Coyotes now with a 3-point lead. Engit leading the march for the Tetons. He'll pass it off to Marks. Marks to Olson. Olson looking it around, trying to feed his boys. Number 12 goes into the paint. He'll kick it out to the corner. He'll fire. It's a miss. And Saylaw gets up, brings it back down for the rebound, and passes right into the arms of Tyson Engett. Engett over and down low to Sterling. Saylaw with a great block, but Sterling just too much to handle in the paint. He'll go up and get the hammer. Saylaw at the top, finds Korab on the up. Korab looking for the pass back to Saylaw. It's Nolan. Nolan trying to feed Connor on the backdoor cut. It's no good. Picked up by the Tetons. And they'll find number 13 in the corner. And he'll bury it. Mickey Marks with the pump and the bang. Korab bringing it up. Tetons being careful to close off the three-point. Javen over to Korab. Korab will take his shot. And it rides around, but it's no good. Coyotes will gain possession. Tetons looking at the refs, wondering why it wasn't theirs. But they'll call it in favor of the Coyotes. Korab with the pass. Price. Coach Korab on the inside. He'll flush it down. Trying to jump it over. It's a battle down low. Korab will come out strong. And Sterling doing his best to make the snag. Calling his team to help out. Price putting on the brakes, making Olsen slide, and Korab will take the jumper. Will Coach trying to flush it down, but can't convert. Met too many bodies at the bowl. Olsen in the lane, tries to sneak it over to Sterling. He'll get the cut back to Engett, and Sterling down low. He'll pump, he'll go up. Bryce will try to stop it, but Sterling muscles up and takes it to the rim. Coates with time to spare. He'll hang, he'll go. And you gotta love the athleticism from Will Coates. Demetric Kindle over to Olsen. Olsen. He'll throw it back to Engett. Engett looking for the pass. He'll trip it up. He'll kick it out. Olsen trying to fire. It's too much. It goes off the rim. Javen breaks some ankles and throws it long to Nolan Christensen, who can't grab the ball. It goes out of bounds. Big check out for the Tetons as Olsen, Sterling, and Engett take a breather. And the Teton reserve check in. Connor and Cohen Aldridge back in the game, as well as Ollie Hinder. Demetric Kindle bringing it down. He'll pull back, trying to trip up Connor Aldridge. Over to McDonald. McDonald will try to get in. He'll find his lane, but it comes off a little rough. Hinder pulls it back down. Aldridge showing the handles. Almost loses it, but holds control. Finds the rebound off the shot. Hinder pump fakes over to Price. Call him for a screen. He'll kick it over to Cohen. Cohen thought about it. He'll kick it back to Price. Price feeding Hinder. Hinder looking to go big. Show his dominance. Just shy of the basket. McDonald will pull it back down. A tremendous box out by Josiah McDonald on the big man, Ollie Hinder. Demetric Kindle working it around. He'll find the inside paint and float it up. It's good. Light like a butterfly for Kindle. And Aldridge is at the top. He's looking, he'll hand it off to Korab, and Korab with the screen from Hinder. Looking for the feed. Aldridge will fire. It's short of the rim. Yombi hits it over to Kindle. Kindle, it's way long, and Aldridge will pull it back down. Cohen to Javen. Javen looking to Hinder. Hinder doing some big man magic. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Hinder will convert at the hoop for his first points of the game. McDonald up to Yambi. Yambi looking for a screen from Leon, but Price was there. He'll grab the snag with the two-step. Yambi with the block. And Kindle will get the call in his favor against number 32, Carter Korab. And Demetric Kindle, he'll land the first. Kindle 55% from the inside, 41 from the three, and 62% from free throws. He'll bury the second. So Kindle getting both points there. Aldridge to Connor. Connor to Cohen. Cohen fires. Bang! From way outside, Cohen Aldridge will answer the pass from his twin and put it away. And McDonald, tripped up from his own speed, he'll kick it back out to Kindle. Kindle with the screen from Leon. He'll float it again. And he likes those ones. He'll put it away. Maloney running the point. Looking for a play. Aldridge with the handoff. He'll cut through. Gets tangled up. Maloney, don't hinder. Hinder. It's one-on-one versus Leon. He'll work it up. Float it over. And he gets the two. And we love to see that from Ollie Hinder. Ollie saying that he learned a lot from Andre Harris last season, and that looked like an Andre Harris move right there. McDonald, 2-on-1, but Coates with a big block. Trying to dish it down low to Leon. Connor Aldridge will get the quick hand and pull the steal. Aldridge twins playing dominant in this first half. Hinder to Maloney. He'll fake it. Kick it to Connor. Connor, he'll fire again. Swoosh. Knocking it down from the parking lot. Connor with his fourth. Kindle trying to work his way. A bit of a one-on-one type game from the Tetons. Kindle out at the three-point line. He'll drive. He'll try to float it. 2 steps. And he'll force his way to the rim. Coyotes 40. Tetons 38. Neck and neck of each other. Tetons get in the mix and force the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Coyotes ball. So far, Connor Aldridge with 9 points, all threes. Will Coates with a 3 and a 2 for 5 points. And Cohen with his first 3 of the game. Maloney, handoff from Hinder, kicks it up to Connor. Connor thought about it. He'll drive. He'll go. He'll make it. Connor, electric in tonight's game. Kindle trying to answer back. He'll drive hard, get the body, but no basket. So Cohen Aldridge will pick up the foul on Demetric Kindle, but Kindle won't pick up the basket. And Javen Price will check in for Cohen Aldridge. And Kindle trying to fire. He'll be way over the rim. Price working his way out of traffic. He'll bring it back out, looking to set up. Javen, quick to the basket. He'll go big. Javen Price using that quick step to his advantage. Too fast for the defense. Kindle over to Marks. Marks to Sterling. Sterling getting back in the game. He'll work it around, reverse it on the opposite side of the rim, out of reach of Ollie Hinder. And Sterling has shown no fear in that down low post position as he works his way around the rim. Price with 20 seconds on the board, taking first possession, wants to close this one out with a shot and make the barrier even taller for the Tetons to climb out of and climb over. Coates from deep. It's good. Dialing it up from the distance. Will Coates answers the call. And he'll spread the gap even wider. 47-40. Coyotes leave the half with a 7-point lead. And they'll head to the closet, talk it over. And the Tetons will form the battle plan to play in this second half. Overall, solid performances from Connor Aldridge with 4 made threes. 11 points total in this first half. Javen Price with that electric first step, driving to the rim and converting at the hoop. 11 points as well to match Connor's. Will Coates with that massive three to close out the first half. 8 points. Cone Aldridge with 3, Carter Cora with 2, and Ollie Hinder with 4. We'll be right back after a few as the Coyotes take on the Tetons in the second half of this doubleheader Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're back from your quick break, grab some snacks, maybe a refreshment, a beverage, and went to the bathroom because we are minutes away from getting locked into the second half of the Coyotes versus Tetons men's match here on Doubleheader Sunday at the Coyote Center. I'm Matt McCurdy. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to all the fans here in person and watching online on the Coyote Sports Network. A aggressive and fast-paced first half as the Tetons took an early lead, but the Coyotes came back with a fury in the last few minutes of the second half. Now 47, the Coyotes, Tetons 40. Coyotes with a 7-point lead. Leading the march, Connor Aldridge hitting 4 threes from the outside. Will Coates with 2 threes. Javen Price with a 3 of his own and several great drives to the basket, locking them away and putting them in the lead. And talking to the coaches for the Coyotes early before the game, they said, you know what, we really just have to make sure we hit our shots. If we can do that, then we should be able to lock away a win. When you're only hitting so many shots, it makes a big difference. And we saw that in their matchup against Glendale, where they're hitting, 1 for 11 shots. And even against their game versus Lethbridge, which they won a tight match because of their outside shot and the inability to hit it. So great to see Connor Aldridge out here tonight, drilling threes from the outside, Will Coates and Cohen as well. So full squad's coming back onto the court, preparing for the second half of this exciting matchup from the boys in North Dakota down in Arizona. On the court, we got Cohen Aldridge, Javen Price, Ollie Hinder, Connor Aldridge, and Will Coates. Javen up to Hinder. Hinder will drive down, find Cohen. Cohen almost gets it taken away, but he recovers up to Coates. Cohen thinks about it. He drives against Olsen. Olsen down low, kicks it to Aldridge in the corner. Hinder from way out. It will ride the rim, but it's no good. Sterling, Hinder, he'll go big. And it's no good. Hinder with the stop there. Coates back to Price. Hinder thinking thought he was open. Aldridge will try to get to Cohen, but number 13, McKee Marks, gets his hands in the way. Hinder with the ball at the top. Looking for a person to pass to. He'll fire from the outside. It's short of the rim. Johnson back to Engett. Engett looking for a way on the inside. He finds Sterling. Sterling recovers. Sterling working against Hinder. Throws it back out to Johnson. Olsen, the 1-2. Comes off hard. Coach will pick it up. And Hinder. Coach with the long pass over the top. It'll go out of bounds. Engett will bring the ball down. Marks over to Olsen. Olsen with the pump. Tries to get in front of Coach. Will kick it back to Engett. Engett finding an opening. He'll dish it back out. Johnson will fire away, and it will rim in and out. The Tetons unable to hit that outside 3 consistently tonight. Aldridge to Hinder. Hinder facing off Sterling. Connor with the open opportunity. It'll come off a little tough. Olsen battling against Cohen. He'll pull back, kick it over to Johnson. Johnson thought about it. Looking for the back door. Engett with the reverse. Engett with the 2. Javen Price. Hand off to Coates. Coates up to Cohen. Cohen. Hinder up at the top. Looking to make a move. Got a pass. Coates battling off Johnson. He'll drive in. get it snagged, recover. But Engett will get the steal, and Olsen now on the baseline. And the Tetons unable to get control of the ball. It'll go out of bounds. A great hustle from the Tetons defense, tangling up Will Coates down in the corner or at the free throw line rather, and really making the steal. Javen Price over to Ollie Hinder. And Cohen facing off Olsen, looking for a pass. He'll find Price. Price will cut through. He'll dish it back up to Hinder. Aldridge with the pump fake and the jumper. It's no good. Sterling, he'll slow it down as Johnson rides the baseline and drops it back over to Olsen. Olsen with the fake. He'll drive the lane. Hinder comes out of nowhere and gets the foul. Hinder in an attempt to get back to position, make the block, will draw contact, and Will Olsen will head to the line. He'll nail the first. And a pretty evenly sized team and lineup tonight with similar bodies to match up. Olsen will fly the second, and he'll get it. Javen back at the point. He'll make the handoff to Cohen. Carr's at the top, and Cohen will get it back. He'll kick it back to Korab, and Korab drives into the paint. He's looking around. He'll throw it back out to Connor. Selah back to Price. Some stiff defense from McDonald. Javen with the handles. He'll kick it to Selah, and Korab gets it down low. Looking to work some magic. He throws it up. Can't connect. And the clock expires as the Tetons pull down the ball. And Engett brings it back down. He'll drive quick to the lane and dish it back over to the corner, number 21, Eden Hobbs. A call on the Tetons as the Coyotes will gain possession. And Richard Massey checks into the game for the Tetons. Coyotes running a very disciplined offense. Working it around with the nice screen from the down low post. Javen drives the lane. Korab's there, but he can't bring it down. The Tetons will regain control. Engett moving the deep offense quickly. He'll pass it down into the corner as they battle it out. Number 21 getting the rebound. That is Eden Hobbs. As McDonald will fire from way out. Out of bounds on the Coyotes. On the recovery attempt off the shot of Josiah McDonald. Not much moving in this first few minutes. 47-44, Coyotes with the lead. McDonald up at the top. Massey over to Yombi. Yombi drives the baseline, dishes it back out to McDonald. Quick pass. And they get tangled up. As Maloney gets called for the foul as he grabbed on to number 23, Benjamin Yombi on the drive. Number 3, Richard Massey on the drive and gets the call. Massey tries to go baseline. And Nolan gets a hand on it and sticks it into the corner of the hoop. Coyotes will take... No, it will be a jump ball, and that'll be Tetons' possession. Sterling with the fake handoff. He'll drive the lane. The slight mismatch against Korab. Having a bit of a height advantage. He'll go hard, pound it to the pavement, and go up for the 2. Sterling, some serious points. Nolan showing off his hand as he'll kick it up to Selah. Selah sees the lane. He'll take it with a little reverse. Up and over. He'll take off and puts points on the board. Selah showing his explosiveness on that play. Ripping it through a couple defenders and launching. He'll drill his first. And only. Ian Johnson. Richard Massey now with the ball. He'll drive as Maloney and Massey collide. And Teagan will pick up the first, or his second, rather. Quick pass to McDonald. McDonald flying through the air and will drop the hammer. And Teagan Maloney on the ground after a bit of a heated interaction as Zion McDonald went hard to the rim, hammered it home, and didn't get the points that he was hoping. And Javen Price bringing down the ball. Handoff to Nolan Christensen. Christensen driving, looking for the dish to Korab, the blind dish at that. And gets fouled on the going up from number 23, Benjamin Yombi. Shoved from behind as he was looking for the block. And landed on his back. It will be a Coyote ball under the hoop as they try to work some magic to get it up and under. Korab over to Price. Price to Coates. Coates faces off, hits Aldridge. And Connor, silk and smoothie with the reverse and the jump. And he'll fire from deep. Number 4, Hosea McDonald, making his presence known tonight. Off the delay of game call from the dunk. He'll put some points on the board for the 3. Price over to Coates. Coates, handoff to Aldridge. Nice screen from Korab, and Aldridge will kick Cohen. Cohen with the 3. It comes off short. And McDonald breaking through the defense. He's going to slam it home again. And this time, he'll get the bucket as he hammers it home in the face of the Coyotes. And you can feel the energy off that one as the Teton bench erupts. Javen Price cutting through, meets traffic. He'll fly it up. It's no good. Massey will bring it down. Kindle down to Sterling, the big spin, and he'll fly it in. And the electric energy as Sterling, with the quick step, finds an open spot and puts it away, leading to a Coyote timeout as the Tetons take a lead here in the second half. Tetons 55, Coyotes 52. A big dunk from the explosive number 4, Josiah McDonald. And the power of Rex Sterling. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Well, both these teams have shown no fear in this matchup here on a Sunday as the Tetons from North Dakota take on the Arizona Coyotes on their home court. Coyotes coming out of the half with a nice little lead that has yet since been blown up as the Tetons come in strong with two massive plays from Josiah McDonald and the big man Rex Sterling. Now, Coach Silsby's Coyotes work to regain control of the game as they trail by 3. Hinder, pass it, gets the kick from Rex Sterling. And that'll be a Coyotes ball, and they'll inbound from the baseline. Looking for an open, battling through. Coates gets free. Up to Cohen Aldridge. Aldridge to Hinder. Hinder working it around, looking for Javen. Javen trying to battle through, met some resistance. He'll find Cohen at the top. Clock running down. Got to do something. Hinder looking for an opportunity. He'll fire it up, and it's no good. On a call on the play against Connor Aldridge, looking for, battling it out for the ball on the court. He'll pick up his first. McDonald, he'll try for a 3 again, and this time it's way off. Price, Connor. Connor looking for Hinder. Big battle down low against Sterling. Hinder, he'll reverse it. He'll get tripped up. Both big men on the ground, and it'll go in favor of the Coyotes. Rex Sterling showing his dominance tonight. As mentioned, Rex Sterling averages 20 points per game right now with 11 tonight. .11 minutes left in the second half. Coyotes 52, Tetons 55. Price to Hinder. Price to Aldridge. Aldridge working around. McDonald's got his hand in the mix, trying to get a piece of it, but Price will pick it up. And Hinder looking for an opening. 5 seconds on the clock. Price from deep. He'll come strong off the backboard. And Cohen going up big and landing hard. Loses control, but Hinder with the massive block off the back. Hinder against Sterling. Sterling looking for an opening. He'll put him in the twister and fire it up. Sterling with another 2. Price faking the handoff. He'll maintain control. He'll get the screen from Hinder. Looking for a pass down low, and Rex is all there. He'll roll it back in, and McDonald will recover. McDonald, quick pass, and big layup for number 3, Richard Massey. As they widen the gap even further, Aldridge back to Price. And you can hear the Teton bench getting loud and being proud for their Tetons. Will Coates finds an opening. He'll fire. It's no good, off balance. And he's going big again. Massey goes right into Ollie Hinder and comes down hard. as Hinder picks up his third. Coyotes hitting a bit of an offensive drought here in these last few minutes, as the Tetons have exploded offensively with a couple massive plays and motivation from their teammates, as Massey hits the first of his two. And with that, Massey will make this a 9-point game. Price to Connor. Sela now in control. Grab back in the game, up at the top. And he'll hand it off to Price. Price using the quick step. He'll draw the contact. And that'll be against Richard Massey on the drive as he drew contact. And that's a good spot for Javen. Driving in, drawing the contact, going hard to the rim. We've seen a lot of attempts from the outside, haven't been landing in the second half nearly as much as the first for the Coyotes. So it's time to switch it up. Take to the rim, do what you do best, and get yourself back on track with some points on the board. Javen Price misses the first. To go for the second, rims it out. It's picked up by Ian Johnson. And Engett will lead the march. Price with the quick hands tries to pick it off. And they are on attack mode. Javen on McDonald. McDonald with a quick spin right in the side. He'll try to go big. He'll kick it to the corner to Massey. Massey back down low to Rex Sterling. Sterling outside Ian Johnson. He'll fire away and it's no good. But it'll be picked up by Will Coates. And Price will bring it down, looking for an offense to line up and set him up straight. Selah wide from the outside. It'll hit the backboard and come off tough. McDonald over to Johnson. Johnson splits the defense and rims it in and out. But it will come off of the Coyotes' hands, and that will be Teton's ball from the inbound. Nine-point game here at the Coyotes Center in this intense and aggressive match between both these teams, the boys from North Dakota and the Coyotes from AZ. Rex goes up strong, pump fake, and it's good. Rex showing why he's a 20-point-per-game man. And a timeout called by Coach Silsby as he sees the lead slipping away, 63-52. Now an 11-point game for the Coyotes. So what started as a great ending to a great first half has now become an 11-point game as these two teams battle it out. Rex Sterling on fire as he adds more points to his already massive score box, currently with 19 points in dangerously close range of that 20 points per game average that we talked about earlier. Hosea McDonald bringing the power and the energy. And now Richard Massey making his presence known, driving hard, being a defensive powerhouse, and putting his free throws up. A little quiet from the Coyotes in the second half as they try to hit the outside shot and haven't been able to convert nearly as much as the first. Now they'll head to a timeout where Coach Silsby will put his coaching IQ to the test and see if they can pull out a stop. Alex Herman, Coach Herman for the Tetons, as mentioned in his first season. If this is up to date, this bio I'm reading might be his second season. I think I saw him last year, but we're not positive on that. At Williston State, but prior to that, served as the men's basketball program for Maryville State University for 7 years in different assistant coaching positions. So not his first rodeo either. Tegan Maloney in the game for Javen Price. And Selah Thomas has ball at the top. He rips it back and hits Carter Korab up at the top. Tight defense from the Tetons. Thomas looking for an opening, trying to put the handles on it. Finds Korab on the open lane. Korab goes big and powers it home right over the top. And that's what you love to see from Carter Korab. Korab with 4. McDonald back to Yombi. And way out is a shot from number 13, Mickey Marks. 21 goes big. He tries to float it in. And with a little shake and a shimmy, a 2-step dance inside the paint, he'll get it in. And that was Eden Hobbs with his first 2 points. Handoff to Will Coates. Will finding Carter. It gets blocked by Leon. But Carter recovers, goes strong, tries to flick it in and over. It's no good. Picked up by McDonald. McDonald in traffic. Big steps from Eden Hobbs as he runs out of bounds with the ball. Hoping for the call there. I think he felt that it was out of bounds on the Coyotes, but it will remain in Coyotes' possession, or rather go to Coyotes' possession. Javen Price bringing it down as he's back in the match. Hinder at the top. Freedom Leon with pressure. And he finds Will Coates with a nice attack of the paint. He'll put it in. McDonald from deep. He'll add it to his score. And Coach Silsby not happy with the execution from his boys, leaving the open 3-point shot as Josiah McDonald takes full advantage. Tegan Maloney driving hard. He'll go big and put it in. McDonald from deep. It's far. Price pulls it down. This time Maloney got a hand in the face of McDonald on that shot. And Price with McDonald hot on his trail gives it to Hinder. Maloney with the pressure, looking for an opening. Over to Price. Price thought he saw Coates in the corner, but couldn't get the pass through. He'll drive into the paint. Carter Korab in the corner. He'll go big, and he'll draw contact as Josiah McDonald looks for the block, but contacts the body instead. And I apologize, that's against number 21, Eden Hobbs, not Josiah McDonald on the contact. Carter will head to the line for 2. Carter will bury the first. And Tegan Maloney will check out for Cohen Aldridge. Carter looking for the second. Comes off hard off the backboard. Recovered by Price. Gets caught up in traffic. And it'll land up in Will Olson for the Tetons. Olson, Ordo, Yombi. Yombi back at the top. And Herman calling for a play to be run from his boys. Yombi drives the lane, misses Rex Sterling, but it's picked up by Olson. Back to Sterling. Olson at the top. He's looking. Clock's about to expire. A long shot from number 13. It goes way over the rim, and Price will pick it up. Attacking strong. He'll get drawn for the contact. Price powering through, trying to keep the energy alive for the Coyotes. And that'll be against number 1, Will Olson, on the body contact as Javen Price went to the rim. And Javen will take his shots. That first one's good. Javen Price buries the first. Now look for a second. Every point counting in the 5 minutes that remain. He'll take the second one as well. A timeout called by the Coyotes as Coach Silsby sees the 7-point game at hand with 6 minutes or so remaining on the clock. Now it takes everything they've got and all the execution they have left in the tank to pull out a win against these visiting Tetons from North Dakota. Tetons have put up an aggressive and valiant effort here in the second half, outscoring the Coyotes by almost 18 to 20 points. Not outscoring the Coyotes, I apologize, but scoring roughly 18 to 20 points in the second half. We'll try to get exact stats post-game. And Rex Sterling, the power-hungry giant from down low, just hammering it away. And you got to love a big man who's not afraid to scramble on the court as well as post up in the paint. And that's Rex Sterling. So now, can the Tetons maintain their lead and close out this game? Or will the Coyotes make a triumphant return and seal the deal before the holidays? We are about to find out. Don't go anywhere. So much more to see in these 6 minutes remain on this doubleheader Sunday. Both teams back on the court, and Yumby will get the pass. Olsen. Looks like a time clock violation. Will reset. And the Tetons will restart and inbound. And so far, the Coyotes and Tetons have really played a high, intense, man-to-man defense all game long. Not much switch up on that. Tetons working it down. Olsen back to Yumby a couple times. Yumby calling the play. Olsen looking for a pass. Can't find one. Throws it across court to Yumby. Yumby driving the baseline. Kicks it back out, and Javen sees that one for what it was. Grabs it, pulls it down, over to Aldridge. Aldridge goes all the way, flicks it up and over, and it's good. Cohen Aldridge with a quick two-step and a little spin over the top. Olsen finding the inside to Kindle, and Kindle flushes that like he dreams that in his sleep, putting it away. That'll be another timeout. 5 minutes officially on the clock, 63-70 Coyotes. 63, Tetons 70 on the board. And this is where coaching acumen really takes a play as these two coaches battle plan for the lead and for maintaining the lead. Right now, the Coyotes in desperate need of that outside shot they had in the first half. Thus far, Connor Aldridge, who had 4 threes in the first, silent in the second half. Javen Price over to Coates. Coates looking for the Korab. Korab against Kindle. Hinder looking for the handoff. He'll hit Price, give a little bump, and Price will pull it back out as the defense is tight. Hinder muscles his way, tries to float it over the top and can't find his mark. Korab, in an attempt to recover, sends it back to Sterling, and Sterling will bring it down for the Tetons. Olsen will reset the offense. Yumby up at the top. Olsen looking around. Yumby. And Yumby with control. He'll throw it inside to Rex, but Rex can't control the ball, and it'll go into the hands of the Coyotes. Looks like that ball went out of bounds, and it will be the Tetons who remain in possession. Both teams playing it cautious, locking down on defense. Neither one wanting to allow the other to gain an inch. Kindle thought he had it. He'll drive the lane, and Ollie will pick it up, but the clock will expire as the Coyotes put up a great defensive barrier to hold the Tetons to 70. And Javen Price will bring it down. Facing off against Yumby. Hinder comes up, grabs the ball. He'll look around. He's looking for an opening. He finds Price. Aldridge gets it stripped from McDonald, and he'll go out of bounds. Coyotes will work it from the sideline. 3:50 remaining. Hinder up at the top. And Price sees a lane. He'll try to go in. He'll jump. It's up. It's good. A much-needed 2 points for the Coyotes. In the trap. Coyotes looking to take possession of that ball quickly. Kindle sees an opening from Sterling. And Sterling misses it. McDonald thought he could pull it. Yumby gets the pass. He'll drive in the paint, in traffic. Sterling with the snag, pulls it down and puts it back. Rex Sterling. In full beast mode. And Hinder will take the contact. And Rex Sterling will pick up that foul against Ollie Hinder. Confusion on whether or not it was on the shot or prior to. It looks like the ref will call it prior to the shot. And the Coyotes will take the pass will take the inbound pass at the baseline. Price looking for an open man. Aldridge will get the travel call. As he lifted up off his feet and came down. And Yumby will bring it down. Back over to Massey. Back to Yumby. Massey will drive in, kick it back out to McDonald. It's a little rough. He'll recover and hit Sterling. Sterling will try to use his body to get in, but he'll hit Massey in the corner. Massey will fire. It's no good. Price over to Aldridge. Aldridge back to Price. Price allowing the offense to set up. A good call from the point guard. And Hinder met by Sterling at the top of the three. Korab will drive in. And they'll call the push-off on Carter Korab as he tried to grab control of the lane and slams into Richard Massey. Zion McDonald and Yumby bringing it down. Looking to close off the gap. So far, the Coyotes held to a stop, but Yumby has the open shot. Apologize, that was Massey with the open shot. He'll miss it. And Ollie Hinder will bring down the rebound. Aldridge. Now at the top, 1:40. Time expiring. The Coyotes need to do something. Price sees the opening, finds Hinder wide open, and Hinder misses it point blank. And that is not going to make Coach Silsby happy. A point blank miss with a minute left in the game. With the Coyotes down. Hinder looking for the steal, but Sterling will find it. Coates gets his hand in the mix and makes the block. And a timeout called for Coach Silsby. With 65 Coyotes, 72 Tetons. Coyotes had a dangerous 7-point disparity against the Tetons. With a minute 13 on the clock, not a lot of time to make a significant amount of points. Anything's possible in this game as Coach Silsby puts his years of coaching experience to the test on his home court. We'll be right back after this short break. A minute 13 left on the clock in this fast-paced and brutal battle between these two teams. Playing for dominance here on the Coyote home court. Hopefully you haven't gone anywhere. There's so much more to see in a minute left. 7 points down. The Coyotes need to make up 65-72. Cohen Aldridge with the ball. Coates, he'll fire for the three. It's long. It comes off strong. And it will hit the top of the hoop with an out of bounds, so the Tetons will automatically pick it up. Kindle passes into McDonald. McDonald over to Yumby. And the Coyotes are trying to make a still. And to their best effort, Cohen Aldridge pleading with the ref, saying he grabbed the ball, but he'll get called for the hold. And pick up another foul. .53 seconds on the clock. A timeout called by Coach Silsby as he sees the clock expiring and his chances dwindling to pull a win here on this doubleheader Sunday. You can see the Coyotes desperately attempting to run a full court press, not waste any time, and make a steal early to put some points on the board. If they can do that, maybe drill a three and then run it back and maybe grab a couple twos, they could pull a win. But 53 seconds and 7 points is a lot to ask. So they'll be strategizing the best way to make this happen. They've got an inbound play with the Tetons in possession to make this happen, make a steal, and work their way back down the court. We'll be right back in just a few seconds. Well, we are back. A lot of timeouts in this last few minutes, and that's just the way the game goes as both these teams' coaches battle it out for dominance. The Tetons from North Dakota looking to take away 3 wins on their holiday special here in the sunny AZ Valley, away from the snow. And you can see the Coyotes hungry on the double team as Coach Herman calls a quick timeout to save Hosea McDonald's possession of the ball as the Coyotes were hungry and attacking. And now they'll go to another timeout as they try to work their way. And we've seen this many times. The Coyotes defense so prominent, so dominant in the Arizona Conference. I mean, and no doubt that's a tough conference. We talk about the men's league a little bit. Let's go to the NGCAA rankings. The Arizona Conference is a huge force to reckon with when it comes to the sport of basketball and the talent here in the Valley. Now, the Tetons, a Division I team, Chandler-Gilbert, a Division II team, but just in Division II alone, as we go through, we see Pima Community College ranked number 6 in the nation. We see Florida State College, who the Coyotes played on their trip down to Florida, ranked number 12. We see just some great talent here in the Valley that they play. Scottsdale doesn't look like they're on the top 25 anymore, but were recently. So some just top-tier talent here in the Valley. And Joe and I talk all the time about how tough this conference season is. And the Coyotes have gone to play some tough teams over the course of the first part of their season. We're back on the court. Kindle from the Tetons passes in to Yombi. And the Coyotes are on attack. They'll call a foul on white 10. I believe that was on Selah Thomas. I can't be certain on that. As Benjamin Yombi, the 6'2 guard from Stockholm, Sweden, will go to the line. And he'll flush that one in. And the Tetons have a widespread team of people from all over the place. I mean, Josiah McDonald from Texas, San Antonio, Texas. He'll miss the second. That was Yombi. Coates with the long three. He'll fire. It's good. And now a 5-point game with Will Coates burying that three from deep. Will Coates trying to cover McDonald in a trap. They're hustling over to Yombi. Yombi trying to work the clock. Can they stop him from crossing? And they'll draw in contact and send Yombi to the line. But yeah, Benjamin Yombi, Stockholm, Sweden. Eden Hobbs from Melbourne, Australia. Edoji Iwaro from Piarco, Trinidad. So these aren't just boys from North Dakota. These guys are coming from all over the place. Rex Sterling, Melbourne, Australia. And Freedom Leone, also from Piarco, Trinidad. So it's always great to see the game of basketball, sports in general, bring talent from all over the place and connect people from all over the world. Yombi will shoot, and he'll make it. Benjamin Yombi with his first. He'll go for the second. 31 seconds on the shot clock. He'll miss. And now's another opportunity to bury some more points and close the lead. Can they do it? Looking for an opportunity. The sooner the better. Aldred stuck. He's in a trap. Shot clock dwindling. Boys trying to hold the Tetons with 8 seconds on the clock, and the Tetons will dribble it out to take the win here at the Coyote Center on this doubleheader Sunday. That'll be a clean sweep for the Tetons here in sunny Arizona as they play hard and aggressive and close the gap from halftime to take the lead. Coyotes putting up a valiant effort against the Tetons here, but just unable to close the gap in that second half as the buckets weren't falling. Both teams will shake hands and in a sign of sportsmanship as they close out the game. Final score on the board, Tetons 74 and the Coyotes 68. And big numbers from Rex Sterling, the native of Melbourne, Australia, was an absolute powerhouse in the down low, unstoppable in many positions and hustled on defense. Josiah McDonald with some explosiveness and pure athleticism. Benjamin Yombi leading the march there at the end with his free throws. So now the Coyotes will head to their Christmas holiday, and they will be back on the court on Saturday, January 4th. So they'll take a rest and a breather over the Christmas holiday all the way through New Year's, and they'll be playing the College of Southern Nevada at 4 p.m. away at College of Southern Nevada. And then they will be at Phoenix College on the 8th, once again away. And then they'll play South Mountain on the 11th, once again away. They will be back here on the home court against Mesa Community College on Wednesday the 15th. So that will be the next time we're here live from the Coyotes Center. And it'll be exciting to see where the Coyotes go from here and how they progress. Kobe Mott hopefully returning to the game. He'll add some great added help to the point guard position. We saw some of his game coming through in those last ones leading up to his injury. And we hope to see many more of the boys coming off the bench who have been sitting out due to injuries and after a much needed rest over the winter holiday. Current conference rankings, just to give you some background. Right now in the men's league, Pima Community College ranked in the number 1, 5-0. Scottsdale Community College, conference record 3-1. Following is Glendale Community College with 2-2. Then Chandler-Gilbert Community College in the 4th with a 2-2 record. South Mountain following closely, also with 2-2. And then Mesa Community College with a 1-4 record, and Phoenix College 0-4. So Coyotes in a good spot. Hopefully they come out of the holiday with some more wins. A big thank you to everyone who's joined us live and on the broadcast for staying tuned and watching this wonderful doubleheader Sunday of Chandler-Gilbert Athletics. A big thanks to Russell Luce, the athletic director, and all those working at the game tonight to make it possible. And shout out to the officials, Brandon Witherspoon, Jason Starkovich, Kevin Quackenbush, for officiating the game tonight, and the Tetons for participating in this holiday special. This has been a presentation of Chandler-Gilbert Athletics. I'm Matt McCurdy, and we'll see you next time.